The Rebbe began his leadership in 1951 with a mission statement that our mission is to make this world a better place, to usher in the time of Mashiach, the time of perfection, to bring the world, the purpose for creation. God created the world so that it can reach a time of perfection, where there is no sickness, and there's no war, and there's no hate. The Rebbe's mission statement was, we're going to make that happen. One rabbi at a time, and send them to one town at a time, to different parts of the world, and each rabbi with his family will lead by example on what it means to live a Jewish life. I grew up in a home where my parents were devoted to the community. Emissaries, shluchim for the Rebbe for the Jewish Russian community in Los Angeles, California. I grew up going to my parents' shul, being inspired by my parents, who were inspired by the Rebbe. My parents then received a new offer here in Fairlawn to join the Jewish Russian community here. About 10 years ago, which is the end of 2005, as I lived in Connecticut then, so I planned on spending Yom Kippur here with my parents. I drove in early morning with my family. In September of 2005, actually on Erev Yom Kippur, on the way back from Kaparis, my parents were in a car accident, and my mother passed away that morning on Erev Yom Kippur.
Together with Chai Esther Alav Shalom, we built a beautiful community, but unfortunately 10 years ago, we lost her by a terrible accident.
My father was badly injured, and he spent a couple months in the hospital recovering. All of a sudden, there was no rabbi, there was no Rebbetzin.
My mother-in-law was very involved with the people here. She had many friends, everybody loved her. When she was gone was something that was traumatic for everybody.
God works in mysterious ways. Yom Kippur, the busiest Jewish day of the year, when synagogues are the most full, there was no rabbi to do anything. But I happened to be here.
God helped me and my community with the coming of Rabbi Mendel.
Doctors were saying it would be okay, but they said it would be a long road to recovery, and I understood that now it's up to me to get Yom Kippur done, at least for the community, for the Fairlawn community. My wife and I were available. We figured, okay, this would, I guess, be our shlichus. This would be where we would end up.
My husband took over with the responsibilities of the shul, and since then we've been here, and we continue what they began.
We grew the school, and we made it better, and we added new programs and made things more exciting for children. We added more holiday programs. We got a little bit more creative with that. And we opened up a day camp. We did more social events, social gatherings. And so the community grew.
A lot of new people who unfortunately, they understand everyone why they had any opportunity, any possibility to come to be a part of a Jewish community, to come to Jewish holidays.
I was born in Berdichev, a very Jewish town, where all my neighbors, including non-Jews, spoke Yiddish. But it was, I never felt comfortable to say or be proud that I am a Jew.
I was born in Ukraine, and I always felt like I was an outsider in terms of that being a Jew.
When I was young, I didn't have this opportunity. It didn't allow us to do it in Ukraine. Now we do, and it's always feels special.
Growing up in Soviet Union, we didn't have the opportunity, to be involved in Jewish community. It was kind of like just not known to us.
I knew nothing about Judaism, traditions, from little stories here and there. I knew nothing about Israel growing up.
We were not fully involved in Jewish life, because as other religions it was forbidden back in Soviet Union. Bris Avraham of Fairlawn inspires Russian Jewish community. It ignites that spark of Pinteleiden in each and every Jew from former Soviet Union that was hidden and buried very, very deep.
It's great that the Jewish awareness is growing thanks to Rabbi Mendel and thanks to this very synagogue, which basically right now I understand that the Jewish community life is being revived.
That is Rabbi Zaltzman who attracted me, because he attracted so many people. He has a special relationship with many people.
They're awesome, the rabbis. Rabbi and Elke are really nice.
Part of me wanting to be in this community and wanting to help and expand and grow this community is because of the leadership. You can't have a community without a leader.
What we offer right now is the comfort for everyone who walks in for the first time. Announcing of the pages in Russian and in English, and offering any guidance people need from any level.
Nothing was really forced on us. Everything is very, I can ask any question and not really feel like it's a stupid question.
The rabbis understand us as people that don't have any Jewish background before.
The mission of the Bris Avraham of Fairlawn and the mission of Chabad all over the world bring all Jews together without any denomination, whether they're rich, poor, observant, not observant, modest, not modest.
I was looking for a place that I could feel welcome at, that my children would feel welcome at.
And some people are just comfortable to walk in and say, please, I'll just sit comfortable, just listen, just be present. That's fine too.
I'm very proud of what Bris Avraham has become. We joined years ago when my grandfather was still alive, and there was no women's groups the way that they are now. Elke has really made this community come together and build a place where women can come, women can have a place to interact with other women, get ideas from other women.
I've made friends with a ton of people just by going to Shul for the last 5 years.
12 years ago, I felt at home already, and back then, it still wasn't as popular. There weren't so many young families as there is now. But already you felt a sense of community, with people, with some kids there, with some young people, with some activities, with Hebrew school. You already felt like this is it, this is closer to home.
The feel of belonging is very, very strong, and it's warm, and it's a wonderful feeling.
This is the place where everyone is felt warm and welcomed. Different social activities, different experiences, different classes to learn about Judaism.
Bris Avraham was a very important point for us to start becoming observant, understanding what our relation with God is, what a Torah is.
That's what Rabbi Zaltzman says, a Jewish soul.
I didn't care about a building with gold ceilings or murals or massive, architecture. For me, it was important to have the synagogue that it not only helps me come back to the synagogue and helps me come back to the Jewish community, but also offers that ability for other people. There were people that supported the organization that I went to when I was growing up, where my parents didn't have enough money to send me to, and I want to give that to me is what I want to give back.
My first introduction to Bris Avraham Fairlawn was through the camp. My kids started going to camp, to the Fairlawn Jewish Day Camp, and they absolutely loved it.
Everything was organized, everything was, they had great meals, fantastic activities. And he says that I can't wait to go to the summer camp again.
Swimming, trips, overnight trips, fun, and the kids absolutely love it.
You learn a lot of stuff that you never thought you'd learn at Hebrew school, and you have fun while doing it in camp.
Different activities, the synagogue,
manages to make it like kid-friendly and very fun.
Recently, Bris Avraham started Shabbos for kids, where kids actually perform the services, after which they go and, they have their own dinner.
Брис Авраам – замечательная синагога. Приходите к нам, ведь мы одна семья.
I don't know a lot of people that would say that they really didn't like something. Because again, I think the leadership really puts their heart and soul into creating an event that would be enjoyable for everybody.
It's important that we all support this community. When you invest in your spirituality, in your family, in your Jewish culture, in your Jewish history, by putting money in the synagogue, the return on investment is actually something that the positivity can't even be accounted for. With Wall Street, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. With Bris Avraham Fairlawn, it's always a win.
When I come each time on a holiday or on a special occasion and our dinner, I see more and more young people, and that makes me very happy.
It's hundreds and hundreds of people that we now know and we constantly see.
And I hope we will be together many years with you and with your children and with your grandchildren.
We are happy to continue the work that they began, to continue the legacy of my mother-in-law.
Our accomplishments, I'm sure, are due to her prayers and due to her blessings.
This is something that we see as a privilege to be able to be in this community.
I hope that my mother is proud of that, is proud of what we do on a personal level and on a communal level.
We should see that Am Yisrael Chai, על השנה הזאת בירושלים.